Our planet is a tapestry woven with breathtaking sights. It is a world of immense power and delicate beauty. From the highest peaks that pierce the clouds to the deepest oceans that hold ancient secrets, Earth is a collection of wonders that can stir the soul and ignite our imagination. These are places that defy belief. Landscapes so vast and so intricate that they seem to have been painted by an artist's hand. They remind us of the immense forces that have shaped our world over millions of years. This is a story of fire and ice, of wind and water, and of life's incredible ability to thrive in the most challenging of places. Today, we invite you to join us on a journey. It is a journey to explore some of the most incredible locations our planet has to offer. We will travel across continents and oceans, from sun-scorched deserts to frozen polar realms. We will witness mountains that scrape the sky and canyons that plunge into the Earth's crust. This is not just a tour of beautiful places, it is an exploration of the very processes that make our world so dynamic and so alive. We will see how rock is carved, how islands are born, and how life adapts in remarkable ways to fill every possible niche. In our busy lives, it can be easy to forget the sheer scale and magnificence of the world around us. We often exist within our own small corners, unaware of the spectacular dramas unfolding across the globe, but the wonders are always there, waiting to be discovered. They are a testament to the planet's long and eventful history. Each landscape tells a story. Each feature is a chapter in a geological epic that stretches back through deep time. By exploring these places, we connect with something larger than ourselves, a natural heritage that belongs to all of humanity. So find a comfortable place, take a deep breath, and allow your mind to wander. We are about to embark on an hour-long adventure, a soothing escape to the far corners of the Earth. Let the noise of the everyday world fade away as we immerse ourselves in the sights and sounds of nature at its most grand. This is a chance to pause, to reflect, and to marvel at the extraordinary beauty of our home. We will travel far and wide, but the journey is also an inward one. A journey of awe and appreciation for the planet we all share. Our expedition will unfold in a series of chapters, each one revealing a different facet of Earth's splendor. We shall begin with the titans of the natural world, those iconic wonders famous across the globe. We will stand on the edge of the Grand Canyon, a colossal chasm carved by a single river over millennia. From there, our gaze turns upwards to the formidable summit of Mount Everest, the highest point on our planet. We will dive beneath the waves to explore the Great Barrier Reef, a living structure so vast it can be seen from space. Our journey into the heart of Earth's natural wonders begins in North America, at the edge of a chasm so vast it seems to defy comprehension. This is the Grand Canyon. It is a place of humbling scale and silent majesty, a wound in the Earth's surface that reveals its deepest secrets. Standing on its rim, one is confronted with a panorama of immense depth and width, a landscape painted in shades of red, orange, ochre. The canyon stretches for 277 miles, is up to 18 miles wide, and plunges more than 1 mile deep. It is a testament to the power of one of nature's most persistent forces, flowing water. The architect of this colossal structure is the Colorado River. For millions of years, this single river has been on a relentless journey, cutting its way down through layer after layer of ancient rock. What we see today is the result of a slow, patient process of erosion. The river, armed with sand gravel, has acted like liquid sandpaper, grinding away at the Colorado Plateau. As the plateau itself was gradually uplifted by tectonic forces, the river's erosive power was amplified, allowing it to carve ever deeper into the stone. The result is this breathtaking spectacle, a geological drama played out over an almost unimaginable timescale. To gaze into the Grand Canyon is to look back through time. The canyon walls are like the pages of a geological history book, with each layer of rock representing a different era in Earth's past. The oldest rocks at the very bottom, known as the Vishnu Schist, are nearly 2 billion years old, almost half the age of our planet. As you look up towards the rim, the layers become progressively younger, telling stories of ancient seas, coastal plains, and vast deserts that once covered this region. These horizontal bands of sandstone, limestone, and shale are a visual record of a world that existed long before humans walked the earth. The sheer silence of the canyon can be as overwhelming as its size. It is a silence that is punctuated only by the whisper of the wind or the distant cry of a raven soaring on the thermals. The air is clear and dry, and the shifting light of the sun constantly transforms the scene. At sunrise and sunset, the canyon walls ignite in a fiery display of color, their textures and contours thrown into sharp relief. It is during these magical moments that one truly feels the spirit of the place, a sense of profound peace, ancient power, and the enduring beauty of our planet's natural artistry. Despite its arid appearance and extreme temperatures, the Grand Canyon is far from lifeless. It is a sanctuary for a surprising diversity of plants and animals that have adapted to its challenging conditions. The canyon's immense changes in elevation create a variety of different microclimates or habitats. The cool, forested North Rim, which is over 8,000 feet above sea level, supports life similar to that found in Canada. Fir trees, aspens, the unique kaibab squirrel, which is found nowhere else on Earth. As one descends into the canyon, the temperature rises and the environment becomes progressively drier. The inner gorge is a true desert where only the hardiest of species can survive. Here you will find cacti, yucca, agave plants, all masters of water conservation. Lizards bask on sun-drenched rocks. Bighorn sheep navigate the impossibly steep cliffs with astonishing agility. The Colorado River itself creates a vital ribbon of life flowing through the heart of the desert. This riparian corridor with its willows, cottonwood trees, provides a crucial habitat for hundreds of bird species, including the endangered peregrine falcon, which nests on the high cliff faces. Perhaps the most iconic resident of the canyon is the California condor. With a wingspan of nearly 10 feet, these giants soar effortlessly on the thermal updrafts created by the sun-heated canyon walls. Seeing a condor gliding silently overhead is a truly unforgettable experience. It is a symbol of hope and a powerful reminder of our responsibility to protect these wild places and the incredible creatures that call them home. Section 5, Mount Everest, the roof of the world. From the depths of the Earth's crust, our journey now takes us to its highest point. We travel to the heart of the Himalayas, to the border of Nepal, to the border of China, to stand in the shadow of a mountain that has captured the human imagination. This is Mount Everest, known to the Nepalese as Sagarmatha, goddess of the sky, to the Tibetans as Chomolungma, goddess, mother of the world. It rises to a staggering 29,032 feet, 849 meters above sea level. Its summit is the closest you can get to the stars while still standing on the surface of our planet. It is a place of extreme weather, breathtaking, brutal beauty. The air at its peak has only a third the oxygen of sea level. Temperatures can fall to 60 degrees Celsius. Hurricane-force winds, the jet stream, often batter the upper slopes, making any ascent an immense undertaking. The story of Mount Everest's birth is a story of immense geological violence. It began around 50 million years ago, when the landmass that is now the Indian subcontinent had been drifting northwards across an ancient ocean, then collided with the continent of Asia. This was not a gentle meeting, it was a cataclysmic slow-motion crash of tectonic plates. The force of this collision was so great that the land in between had nowhere to go but up. This uplift is still happening today. The Indian plate pushes into the Eurasian plate at about 2 inches per year. The Himalayas, including Everest, still grow by about 1/4 of an inch or half a centimeter each year. The rocks at Everest's summit are clues to its origins. The yellow band, a limestone layer near the peak, contains fossilized marine creatures. The rock that now forms the highest point was once the floor of a warm, shallow sea. Ice has also sculpted the mountain. During ice ages, massive glaciers flowed down its slopes, carving out deep valleys or CWMs, and sharpening the ridges or arates that give the mountain its distinctive pyramidal shape. The famous Khumbu Glacier, which climbers navigate, is a remnant of those ice rivers. From the icy heights of the Himalayas, we now plunge into the warm tropical waters off the northeastern coast of Australia. Here lies a natural wonder of a completely different kind. It is not made of rock, but of life itself. This is the Great Barrier Reef, the largest living structure on Earth. It is a sprawling, intricate labyrinth of coral reefs, islands, cays. It stretches for over 1,400 miles, or 2,300 kilometers, built over thousands of years by tiny creatures called coral polyps, small, soft-bodied animals related to jellyfish and sea anemones, the master architects of the reef. Each polyp builds a hard, protective limestone skeleton around itself. As countless generations of polyps live, build, and die, their skeletons accumulate and fuse, forming the massive reef. The coral polyps have a crucial partner. Microscopic algae, called zooxanthellae, live within each polyp's tissues. A relationship of mutual benefit, a symbiosis. The algae use sunlight to make food through photosynthesis. They share that energy with their coral host. This partnership provides up to 90% of the coral's food, and it is what gives corals their spectacular, vibrant colors. The Great Barrier Reef is far more than just a collection of corals. It is one of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet. It is a bustling, vibrant metropolis, home to thousands of species. However, this incredible biodiversity is facing an unprecedented threat. Rising ocean temperatures caused by global climate change are putting immense stress on the corals. When the water gets too warm, the corals expel their algae, a process known as coral bleaching. If temperatures do not return to normal quickly, the bleached corals will die. Our final destination in this chapter of natural wonders takes us to the heart of southern Africa, to the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Here, the mighty Zambezi River, on its long journey to the Indian Ocean, encounters a dramatic and abrupt change in the landscape. This is Victoria Falls, Mosi Oa Tunya. The smoke that thunders. The name is perfectly apt, a deafening continuous roar that can be heard from 25 miles away. The spray rises like a column of smoke, visible from that distance. A perpetual cloud of mist sustains a lush cliff rainforest, a unique ecosystem fed by the waterfall's constant spray. The formation of Victoria Falls is a story of geology and the persistent erosive power of the Zambezi River. The Zambezi River, flowing from north to south, exploits these lines of weakness. The powerful current scours out the soft sandstone, carving the deep chasm into which the water now falls. The dramatic zigzagging gorges downstream are the remnants of previous positions. Victoria Falls is more than just a geological spectacle. It is the heart of a rich and diverse ecosystem. Herds of elephants come to drink and bathe at the river's edge. Their silhouettes against the setting sun are iconic. Our journey now moves from specific wonders to entire landscapes, vast environments that define huge swathes of our planet. We begin in North Africa, in the largest hot desert in the world. This is the Sahara. It is a realm of staggering scale, stretching across the continent from the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea. Covering over 3.6 million square miles, it is roughly the size of the entire United States. The Sahara was not always a desert. Ancient rock paintings found deep within the desert depict giraffes, crocodiles, and humans swimming. The Sahara is not a uniform sea of sand. It is a diverse and varied landscape. While vast sand seas, known as ergs, are its most iconic feature, they cover only about a quarter of the desert. Much of the Sahara is composed of vast gravel plains, known as reg, and rocky plateaus, or hamadas. In the Sahara, the primary agent of change is the wind. It is the unseen artist that constantly sculpts and reshapes this immense landscape. Dunes are rivers of sand, constantly in motion, shaped by the prevailing winds. The camel is perhaps the most iconic symbol of life in the Sahara. For thousands of years, these ships of the desert have been indispensable to human cultures like the Tuareg and Berber. Camels are perfectly adapted to this environment. From the dry, sun-baked expanses of the Sahara, we now travel to a world that is its polar opposite. We journey to South America, to a realm defined by water and overwhelming greenness. This is the Amazon rainforest. At its heart flows the Amazon River, a colossal waterway, the lifeblood of the region. By volume, it is the largest river in the world, carrying more water than the next 7 largest rivers combined. The river's character changes with the seasons. Wet season, June. The river swells dramatically. The river bursts its banks, flooding the forest, the várzea, or flooded forest. The Amazon rainforest is often called the lungs of our planet, and for good reason. Through the process of photosynthesis, these trees absorb enormous amounts of carbon dioxide, and in return they release vast quantities of the oxygen that we need to breathe. The true heart of the Amazon's biodiversity lies not on the ground but high up in the forest canopy. This is a world in itself, a vibrant, sun-drenched realm of leaves, branches, flowers. The canopy is where the majority of the forest's life is found. Beneath the dense canopy, the forest floor is a different world. The jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas, is the apex predator of the Amazon. It is a powerful and elusive hunter. Our journey now takes us to the most remote, the coldest, the most inhospitable landscape on our planet. We travel to the very bottom of the world, to the continent of Antarctica. Almost entirely buried under a massive sheet of ice. The ice sheet is, on average, over a mile thick, in places nearly 3 miles deep. It holds about 90% of the world's ice and 70% of its fresh water. The ice sheet trapped air bubbles from ancient atmospheres, an invaluable scientific archive. By drilling deep ice cores, scientists analyze these bubbles to reconstruct past climates and understand current changes. These icebergs are one of the most beautiful and iconic features of the Antarctic landscape. The immense pressure it has been under for thousands of years squeezes out all the air bubbles, creating a dense, crystalline structure that absorbs every color of the spectrum except blue. This is why many icebergs have a deep, ethereal blue color. The real abundance is in the frigid waters of the Southern Ocean. At the base of that web is krill, tiny shrimp-like crustaceans. Krill fuel almost all other life here. Fish, seabirds, seals, whales. Penguins are the most famous residents. The emperor penguin is the iconic species here. They are the only animals that breed on the Antarctic continent in winter. Males endure darkness and blizzards, huddling for warmth, each incubating a single egg on its feet. An extraordinary feat of endurance. Our final amazing landscape is not on the earth, but above it. It is a celestial spectacle, a magical display of light that has captivated and mystified humanity for millennia. This is the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. The aurora is the result of a dramatic interaction between the sun and the earth. The sun is constantly emitting a stream of charged particles known as the solar wind. As it approaches Earth, it is deflected by our planet's magnetic field. However, this magnetic field is weakest at the North Pole and the South Pole. Here, some of the charged particles from the solar wind are able to funnel down into the upper atmosphere. As these high-energy particles collide with the atoms and molecules of gas in our atmosphere, they transfer their energy to them. This excites the atoms, and as they return to their normal state, they release this excess energy in the form of light. The color of the light depends on which gas is being excited and at what altitude. Collisions with oxygen atoms at high altitudes produce the most common color, a beautiful pale green. Collisions with nitrogen molecules can produce hues of blue and purple. To stand under a clear, dark sky and watch this celestial ballet unfold is a truly humbling and unforgettable experience, a magical connection to the powerful, invisible forces that shape our world and our place in the cosmos. Leaving behind the more familiar landscapes, our journey ventures into a realm of the surreal, to places that blur the line between reality and dream. Our first stop, high in the Andes of southwest Bolivia. This is the Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. During the dry season, from May to November, the surface becomes a mosaic of interlocking hexagonal shapes, formed as the salt crust cracks and crystallizes under the intense sun. When a thin layer of rainwater covers the vast salt flat, it creates the world's largest natural mirror. The shallow, still water perfectly reflects the sky above, erasing the horizon completely. The boundary between heaven and earth dissolves, and you feel as though you are walking on the clouds. As darkness falls, the true magic begins. The entire Milky Way, with its billions of stars, is reflected in the water below. You are no longer just looking up at the universe. You are standing in the middle of it, with stars both above and below you. From the flat, open expanse of Bolivia, we travel to a vertical world of stone and mist in the Hunan province of China. This is the Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, famous for its thousands of towering sandstone pillars that rise from the forest floor. Their peaks often shrouded in mist, creating the illusion that they are floating islands in the sky. The story of how these incredible stone pillars were formed is a testament to the patient and artistic power of erosion. For thousands of years, water seeped into the remaining vertical fractures in the rock. During the winter, this water would freeze and expand, acting like a wedge to break off huge chunks of sandstone. The park also features the world's highest and longest glass-bottomed bridge, spanning a deep canyon and offering a thrilling, vertiginous perspective on the incredible landscape below. Our next hidden wonder takes us to the coast of northern Vietnam, to the Gulf of Tonkin. This is Ha Long Bay, which translates as Descending Dragon Bay. It is a vast bay dotted with thousands of limestone pillars and islets rising majestically from the calm, emerald green waters. The beauty of Ha Long Bay lies in the sheer number and density of these limestone towers. They form a maze-like seascape that is best explored by boat. Small fishing villages with houses built on floating platforms are nestled in the sheltered coves between the limestone towers. The local people have lived in harmony with the bay for generations, their lives revolving around fishing and aquaculture. The geological story is just as fascinating. Tectonic activity later lifted this limestone plateau above sea level. The landscape we see today is the result of long, slow erosion in a hot, humid climate. At the end of the last ice age, sea levels rose and flooded the valleys between the towers, creating the magnificent bay we see today. Our final hidden wonder is a surreal and magical landscape in southwestern Turkey. Its name, Pamukkale, translates to Cotton Castle in Turkish, and it is easy to see why. As you get closer, you see that it is a series of terraced basins filled with milky turquoise water. This is not ice or snow, but a unique geological formation created by mineral-rich thermal waters. As the superheated water, rich in dissolved calcium bicarbonate, emerges at the surface, it cools. This cooling causes the calcium carbonate to precipitate out of the water and deposit itself as a soft, gel-like substance called travertine. At the top of the Cotton Castle lie the extensive ruins of the ancient Greco-Roman and Byzantine city of Hierapolis. Pamukkale is therefore a rare and beautiful combination of natural wonder and ancient history, a place where the artistry of nature and the ingenuity of humankind exist side by side. Throughout our journey, we have explored Earth's wonders from the ground. Now we shall take to the skies. We will ascend high above the surface to gain a new and profound perspective. From this vantage point, landscapes transform into intricate patterns and textures. The world reveals itself not as separate places, but as a single, interconnected canvas. From high above, we also see the profound impact of life on our planet. We can trace the sharp, geometric lines of human agriculture against soft, organic curves of natural landscapes. We see the glowing webs of cities at night. This viewpoint highlights the delicate balance between human and natural worlds, showing fragile boundaries and the vast, wild spaces that remain. Our aerial journey begins over the North Atlantic, above a young and restless island forged by volcanic fury. This is Iceland. From above, it is a land of stark contrasts and raw elemental power. Iceland sits astride the mid-Atlantic ridge. This geological rift is the engine of the island's relentless volcanic activity, making it one of the most active places on Earth. Soaring over Iceland's interior, we witness the direct results of this subterranean turmoil, showing how the liquid rock once poured across the land. The meltwater from these glaciers creates one of Iceland's most beautiful features when seen from above: the braided rivers. From the sky they look like intricate silvery webs, the branching veins of a giant leaf. From the fiery creation of Iceland we travel south to the warm turquoise waters of the Caribbean Sea. This is the Great Blue Hole. Its origins lie not in the ocean, but on dry land. During the last ice age, when global sea levels were hundreds of feet lower than today, this area was a limestone plateau above sea level. The Great Blue Hole was once a vast, dry cave. As the ice age ended and the glaciers melted, sea levels began to rise. The ocean flooded the cave system, submerging the sinkhole and creating the deep blue wonder we see today. From our aerial viewpoint, we can appreciate the hole's place within the wider ecosystem of the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef System, the second largest coral reef in the world. Our final aerial destination takes us to the Pacific Ocean, straddling the equator some 600 miles off the coast of Ecuador. These are the Galapagos Islands. This chain of islands owes its existence to a volcanic hotspot. As the plate moves, the hotspot periodically punches through the crust, creating a new volcanic island. The isolation of these islands is the key to their biological significance. This isolation has meant that for millions of years life has had a difficult time reaching them. This set the stage for one of the most remarkable evolutionary showcases on the planet. The results of this evolutionary process are visible everywhere, even from the air. We can see the dark shapes of marine iguanas, the world's only seagoing lizards. We can see the giant tortoises for which the islands are named. Our 60-minute journey across the globe is now drawing to a close. We have traveled from the deepest canyons to the highest mountains, from sun-scorched deserts to frozen continents. As we conclude, the noise of the everyday world may begin to return. But let us hold on to the sense of peace and wonder these places have inspired. Let the image of a floating mountain in China or the surreal reflection of the sky on a Bolivian salt flat linger in our minds. Our tour has been but a brief glimpse, a single chapter in an infinite book of natural marvels. For every wonder we have visited, there are thousands more, each with its own unique story. This diversity is perhaps the greatest wonder of all. While we have celebrated the power and resilience of our planet, our journey has also revealed its fragility. The Great Barrier Reef, that magnificent living structure, is threatened by rising ocean temperatures that cause the corals to bleach and die. The Amazon rainforest, the lungs of our planet, is being cut down at an alarming rate, jeopardizing the global climate and destroying habitats for millions of species. The ice sheets of Antarctica, which hold the stories of our planet's past, are melting at an accelerating pace, threatening to raise sea levels around the world. Yet, there is still reason for hope. We have seen stories of resilience and recovery. These stories show us that when we choose to act, we can make a positive difference. As we reflect on this journey, we are invited to consider our own place within this world of wonders. We are as much a part of the natural world as the river that carves the canyon, or the tree that grows in the rainforest. The oxygen we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, it all comes from the complex and interconnected systems of our planet. It is about finding the wonder not just in the Grand Canyon, but in a local park, not just in the Amazon, but in a single tree. From towering mountains to endless oceans, from the smallest polyp to the largest whale, Earth is filled with wonders beyond imagination. For in the end, the greatest wonder of all is the planet itself, and our own opportunity to be a conscious and caring part of its incredible story.